woman, a woman of peace. So this is from Women's Federation for World Peace, USA. We hereby recognize Dr. Imani Ma'at on this day, August 6, 2022. We honor your exemplary work to creatively promote holistic healing and helping many to thrive and find healing, holistic health and find healing, based on your journey of overcoming unimaginable challenges. We applaud your service to your community filled with love and compassion. So with that, we honor you, we congratulate you, we thank you for everything you've done and more, and the floor is yours. Please share your story.
Ooh, good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I'd like to send healing prayers to President Selly for a speedy recovery. And I'd like to graciously and humbly accept this momentous HerStory Award by the Women's Federation for World Peace. I'd also like to publicly thank my good friend, Dr. Ua Onyoha Osimiri, in nominating me for this prestigious award. It's truly an honor. I encourage everyone to become a member of this organization, as they are truly offering amazing programs of education, hope, and care to families, children, and communities in the US and throughout the world. I'm grateful to Dr. Moon and her husband. She is affectionately and respectfully called the Mother of Peace, for having the vision to create an organization dedicated to world peace during a time when it is so badly needed. I like the name of former First Lady Michelle Obama's book entitled Becoming. We are always growing and recreating ourselves. At least I believe life is better, richer, and more exciting when we're doing so. Mine is not a rags to riches story. The ancestors have done that and have opened great paths for me, and I'm truly appreciative. I grew up in New Rochelle, New York, a middle-class suburb of New York City, to two wonderful parents. My mother was an immigrant from Jamaica, and my dad's mother was also an immigrant from Jamaica, and his dad was from the great state of Kentucky. My parents poured everything into their 5 children and made growing up easy and comfortable. I'm so grateful that I chose the parents that I did. I truly miss my dad, who made his transition this past February. I was blessed to be accepted and receive degrees from some of the top schools in this country: Mount Holyoke, a wonderful women's college in Massachusetts, MIT, Harvard, and Columbia University. Had an illustrious career as a health scientist at the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, for 22 years, and taught at Morehouse School of Medicine in the Master of Public Health program. I co-founded a teen theater program, Yes for Health, to empower youth, created an educational poetry workshop called Healthy Haiku Productions, serve on a board of a nonprofit organization also dedicated to youth called Results Kids Club, and recently co-launched a new podcast and the Sankofa Institute for Wellness with my dear friend, Bernard Kine Sr. Together, our goal is to facilitate community wellness at all levels. In the brief time that I have left, I'd like to describe several challenges that I have encountered and a little bit about how I overcame them. The first challenge, I think, was just believing in myself. My mom taught me I could do anything I wanted, and if someone did it, I could also, and I took her seriously. As such, I looked for leadership roles from a very young age. I became captain of the track team in high school, captain of the cheerleaders, first clarinet in the band and orchestra. I learned to love running things. The second was pushing past fear. Some things seem so scary. I learned to do them anyway. We all know the acronym, fear equals false evidence appearing real. I always wanted to be a talk show host. I'm now on my 3rd show. This one I co-host is entitled Progressively Yours Health and Wellness Podcast. Even though I still get a little nervous, I love it and so enjoy sharing powerful people and programs with the world. We stream live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Marianne Williamson, one of my favorites, in her poem, Our Deepest Fear, says, Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Bottom line, our playing small does not serve the world. And the third thing was basically discovering who I am, my unique talents, interests, and abilities. I hated when people asked, so what do you want to be when you grow up? I figured I was going to be a lot of things. I refused and still do refuse to be pigeonholed. My last job as a director of education programs for the DeKalb County Sheriff's Office in Georgia truly exemplified what I mean, what it means for me to do me. I taught and evolved my healthy haiku workshops for an audience of local detainees who I never judged. We have all made mistakes, and many among the incarcerated have been abused and neglected so badly as children that their path of delinquency was almost predestined. Through poetry and prose, meditation, lessons of self-love and forgiveness, my job was to teach them that they were not defined by their orange outfits or their transgressions, and to remind them that we're all here on purpose to fulfill something great in this world. We all have distractions in this lifetime. Yours could be your 9 to 5, or a hobby that's taking too much of your time but going nowhere, or following out someone else's dream. They say it's easy to get pulled into someone else's dream if you haven't yet had the courage to implement your own. Get past the distractions and get back on track. I want to close with a poem written by one of my former female detainee students about the light. It is featured in my soon-to-be-released book entitled Educating the Incarcerated, Facilitating Opportunities for Growth and Understanding. The light. I've been searching for the light, but there's too much smoke in between. I've been searching for the light. It seems so far-fetched, maybe too extreme. I'm searching for the light, which seems beyond my fingertips. Still searching for the light. I still can't seem to see. Searching for the light, which has always been within me. Thank you so much for this beautiful honor. Namaste. It is truly for the ancestors. Thank you.
Namaste, and thank you so much, Dr. Imani, for this very moving, beautiful her story that you shared with us today. Congratulations again, and thank you for the amazing work that you're doing. I love the poem that you shared at the end, and I'm very inspired and excited to read your book when it comes out.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're
and with
welcome.
that,